So I have made it to Lowe's Garden Center. I was checking out these boxwoods. I've got a few of them around my house. They grow pretty good here in eastern New Mexico. I think I'm gonna get me some Japanese boxwoods, 8 of them, to put in front of the house, because the 4 I have grew great, especially with the weather all over the place here. They don't grow as good as Florida, but pretty good. And these are the winter ones. Try to find something that I can trim into a circle or a square. Those look pretty good. But a lot of the tropical plants that we get to grow good in Florida do not grow good in West Texas and East New Mexico. So I just look around and see what they do have. And I do have some of these that I planted along the driveway here, and they have did pretty good. Here's a blue cypress. I don't know what this one is. Blue Point juniper. Yeah, I planted several of those, and I think 6 of them stayed. 2 of them died the first hard winter. So I gotta be careful what I plant. And I do have some of these pines in the backyard, and they have grew wonderful. And of course the normal perennials and annuals, which don't do good in this climate. Pretty much anything in here I can plant at the house, and they're in Celebration, Florida, and it will grow. But boy, it's a different thing here. It's so dry here and here by the Texas border that, man, it's rough to grow anything. So I'm gonna look around and see what I can find. I have decided on these. They're priced $22.98, but then on here they're marked down to $20.68, so that saves a little bit of money. Look at some of these trees. An eastern redbud. See what they got over here. Apple tree. Now in my backyard I did plant 1 apple tree, and I wished I hadn't planted it, because the birds just come in from all over the neighborhood to eat the apples, and then they poop on everything. They have a decent selection. I don't know what the price is. Let me check. Oh, no, they are $42.98. Most of them are the same price. Here's a $37.98 one. They have a decent selection of rose bushes. It's not a bad price. But then again, all the rose bushes I planted just look sickly all the time. I can't get them to grow very good here either. Love all the tropical plants we have out in Florida. Any of these things will just grow by leaps and bounds. But most of them won't grow here, so no use spending money on them if it ain't gonna work. Here's a true love rose. They are pretty nice. They're $22.98. I bet they're marked down to a few bucks. But it's just so hard to get them to grow here, even with rose food. I try to put small amounts of ironite, any kind of fertilizer I can for, especially all the rose food stuff, but it just don't seem to work. Let's see what these are. 69 bucks. Bright and tight Carolina laurel. As you can tell, I don't know a lot about plants. And these are pretty nice. Winter Gem boxwood. I do like those. I thought maybe they'd be over there at the other boxwoods. They're 109 bucks though. Whew. And once they grew this much, if it's not in a really good climate, it's hard to really get them to catch on and do good. So here I try to plant a small to medium size and it will grow better. Now these grow great here. Yeah, they're $39.98. But I do got some planted in the back and they're huge. They're 15 feet high now. And I got 2 of these in the yard. I don't remember what they're called. I can't read what it says. Let's see if I can find something here. It tells me. It's a gold spot Elonimus, maybe? I do have 2 of them, and they've hung on through the droughts and through the hot winds. Because just a few days ago we had 80, 90 mile an hour winds, so it takes a special kind of plant to take that. Here's some more of the True Bloom roses. They sure look nice. It's tempting to buy more, but I've already spent several $100 on those and they all look terrible, so I just admire the beauty, but not gonna plant them. Now in Florida, within 12 months, this plant would grow 5 times its size and have 100 plus roses on it. They do look nice. I know these are a fern, $16.98, tropical. A lot of all the perennials and annuals, and a lot of the plants and even trees they got all come from, plant fields in Florida, because they grow great out there. So when you see them at the store, you think, wow, that's gonna look beautiful in my yard, and then you plant it and find out that you can't really get it to grow. I'm gonna keep looking around, see what else they got. Maybe I'll find something else I can't live without. They get some pretty nice pots to put on porches and patios, but man, they're expensive. The prices went up a lot, whole lot. I can't even pronounce that. $64.98. And this one is $129. I don't know for sure. Japanese maple. Looks like it'd be a mess to trim and take care of. I do like the red pots. A red oleander. Those are beautiful. And these are really beautiful. I don't remember the names of them. We have a lot of these out in Florida. Just beautiful blooms, thousands of blooms. They look wonderful. There's some more tan pots. They don't look too bad. We got 2 square ones on the porch that we bought back when prices were cheaper, and they're still 80 some bucks a piece. That's like a pinkish purple. It is a beautiful flower. guess I'm gonna head home, plant the ones I didn't get. So I'm gonna get these 8 of the Japanese boxwood, and hopefully they will do good. They have a few more bird bass and pots over here. Don't look too bad. And of course all your normal stuff to do yard work. I was looking at some of the spray nozzles. $11.98. Looks like it's already a year old. It looks so bad. So I think I'm gonna get this metal one, even though I'm careful with washing my cars because the metal could hit it, but I usually get the rubber end to go on the end. And that's not bad, $6.98. And the end lasts a lot better. Where all these that I buy, the plastic will crack right here. So they only last me a few months. And I definitely need some fertilizer and the weed and feed because the weeds are bad here in New Mexico with all the winds. It's been so crazy the last 2 years. Now in Florida we got wind too, but we got a lot of moisture. We're here right on the Texas border. We don't have no moisture. It's terrible. So I got to make sure I catch those weeds before they get out of control. I'm gonna head to the checkout, take the stuff home, plant it, let y'all check it out there. See you in a little while. So I got the plants loaded in my truck, ready to head home. I got the one small one, which is like 11 bucks. Then I got 8 of the larger Japanese boxwoods. And let me get this to focus here. And altogether, it was $192.82 plus tax, so it was $211.36. So I told her that it said $20 down here. It says now $20.64. So up here it says $22.98. But if you read the smaller print, save 10% on select bulk shrubs when you purchase 16 or more in any combination. That's how I would get them for $20.16. So I don't need that many. So I just paid the 22 something for them and take them home, plant them, and hopefully they'll last. If not, they got a year warranty. So see y'all at the house, and y'all can hang out with me while I plant them. And yes, I did go put my cart up right over there in the small cart rack. So I made it back to the house, and I'm fixing the plant right here in front of one of the bedrooms. So I'm gonna turn the water on and get started. am getting them slowly planted and have to take out the rose bushes. I think that one didn't make it. And these have been here for a few years, but probably the best they've ever looked in the 5 years they've been here. And that one's no good anymore. So I'm gonna take them out, plant them around back. But I just about got all these boxwoods planted. It's not too bad. Let a little water soak in the hole. Pretty easy to dig, even with everything being as dry as it is. I finish planting the boxwoods. I'm just watering them pretty good now so the soil can settle down around the roots. They turned out pretty good. And I took up the rose bushes and moved them. But once those things grow a little bit, hopefully by the end of the summer, I'll be able to trim them, make them look really good. And I have some over here in front of my weight room. And they look pretty good. They've been here since I bought the house. And they have went through droughts and windstorms and hailstorms and tornadoes. And I moved 2 of the rose bushes over here by the little dog run. Hopefully they'll grow, because I have to spray Roundup and ground clear on the neighbor's gravel, because they will come over with a weed eater and weed eat the heck out of it and send gravel into our yard. So I try to keep all the weeds down there, so I have no problem there. But I think these things will do pretty good. And then I planted some of these out by my mailbox, so hopefully they'll grow. Put some new soil in there, so it should do better than it was doing. So over here by the garage door, I planted a small boxwood, and hopefully it'll grow decent and keep all the trash from blowing in front of the garage door as much. I planted the other 2 rose bushes back here by the back bedroom window, where we have some flags. And the flags will grow good, so hopefully that'll grow good. I got me a pine tree there, and these small ones. And then this is the one I planted about 3 years ago, and it is grew like crazy. So if these 2 grow like that, it'll be a pretty decent wind block. And then my weeping willow tree there got struck by lightning, so we had to cut it down. We planted a new one. It's a different name. I can't remember what name it is. I think a globe willow. So it'll be a nice round shape. And here's the apple tree that all the birds from all of the neighborhood comes and eats the apples off of. Give them a little bit of water and hopefully they'll take off. Still got a few cool nights left, but soon it'll be hot day and night, so they should do well. Well, that's going to do it for the video today. I'm still a little hoarse from all the wind earlier in the week, and tomorrow we're supposed to get 60, 65 mile an hour winds. So hopefully the weather is wrong. But I did get all these planted. I'd like to thank y'all for watching. If you liked the video, give me a like, give me a subscribe. Hope everybody has a great day. See y'all later.